book covers. They're more than the glitzy wrapping paper a publisher's marketing department slips on a book to bump up sales. If done properly, they can show you a glimpse into the world the author has created within its pages. Whether it's the bustling streets of Busy Town and chapter books for beginners, the utterly macabre, skin-crawling stickiness of R.L. Stein's purple peanut butter. Oh my God, it's all over that boy's skin, truly disgusting. Or, in a Hellbound Hearts case, a glimpse into Clive Barker's kinks. And now, I know I'm not supposed to judge content based on its cover, but what about cookbooks or The Art of Howl's Moving Castle? Those books can be judged on cover alone, but what about people? Couldn't a crust punk in the gutter be a PhD holding math elite? Couldn't a nerd-ass lady with glasses be prom queen? And couldn't a robot with high-level AI covered in crazy gears and evil in his cardiac CPU be a benevolent good guy? Probably not that last one, because he is openly telling everyone he wants to make a species of human car hybrids to rule the universe with a tyrannical iron fist. So, listen to your heart, but mainly your ears, especially now, because my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speakin' Sentai. Hey guys, my name's James, like I says every days, and this is my co-host,
Nicole, like I says every day.
Ooh, baby, and today, even though it's Carranger, there's no safety tip, just a real-life tip, and that is Black Lives Matter. Now, if you feel the proper response to me saying this is all lives matter, I'm not going to say fuck off, quit listening just yet. Because I want and I need you to listen to the next 5 to 7 minutes of this. Here's the reason why Black Lives Matter over all lives matter. And I'm going to use an analogy I've heard back in maybe 2011, 2012 that's been resurfacing. So if you've heard it before, that's fine. Because those who haven't heard it either need to hear it or can use it in their own conversations. So if a house is burning, the fire department doesn't wet all the houses around the burning house. They're going to focus on the house that is on fire, the one that needs the most help. So, with that being said, we need to focus on the community, the lives, and the people who need the most help, and that's why we say Black Lives Matter. So when you respond to this sentiment with all lives matter, you are drawing focus from the lives that need us the most so you can make things into a Disney-fied view of the world, a drawing in chalk with stick figures of all races holding hands saying, love is love, hashtag all lives matter. So you don't need to focus. You don't need to ponder about the black people suffering. You don't need to think about your black friends, if you have any of them, being scared to call the cops because they could end up being the victim themselves. Your black friends being terrified for their children to grow up in a world because a cop will shoot a fucking teenager walking in a middle-class neighborhood because scared grown men with guns feel threatened and terrified of a child. And this is even if they have children, instead of them simply not wanting to bring a life into a world that will brand them as a lesser human being as soon as the doctor sees their skin. Now, if you're thinking, James, you're blowing this out of proportion. Racism isn't that bad. Because I know some of you think that. People related to me by blood have said that. But the only reason you think that is because you block that shit out, allowing it to be a fairy tale or a time of yore inside history books, even though those times long ago were half a decade in the past. And you do this so you can live your life in blissful ignorance inside of a hashtag all lives matter. Now, after all of this, if you still feel the proper response to Black Lives Matter is with the short 3-word response of all lives matter, please, I beg you, Google Black Lives Matter and do more research. Spend a few days, a couple weeks reading more and more each time from those inside the movement, not a Fox News, not an article your sibling with the same worldview as you posted, and take all of it in. Now, after all that is said and done, after those weeks of reading, if you still want to respond to all of this with all lives matter, you are a racist piece of shit through and through. Simple as that, whose mind is made up, will never change. And now you can straight fuck off and never listen to our show, because even though we only have 43 listeners, we are more than fine with having 42 who are compassionate, empathetic people who are on the right side of humanity. But to end this on a hopeful note, if any of this did change your opinion or your perspective even just a little bit, please continue to read more and more what Black Lives Matter actually means and open yourself up to Black voices, because it will make you a better person, I know. And if you are curious, we will have links in the description of places to research, also places to donate. And on top of that, I'll be doing a lot of streams this week to raise awareness. And also, above all else, at the end of June, whatever our dollar amount is on patreon.com/MLMpod, we will be donating all of that to one of these protest relief funds, protest support funds. Okay. It shouldn't be a surprise that we have this stance. Nicole, you can now get in. That was my long-winded. I shouldn't say long-winded. That was my written response. So this is now off the top of my dome.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone is surprised, I hope not. But there could be some people who are surprised by that response who have been listening to us. We have just been fortunate. That's what I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. We have been fortunate that the guests, my other co-hosts, everyone involved in this podcasting network are people of different races and also of like different marginalized groups. Nicole and I are the only straight white people here.
Yep.
So I do like, I'm not going to say like, lucky, or I guess, yeah, we're lucky that we get to be able to have our minds filled with all these different opinions and these different worldviews that we can hopefully bring to other people and change perspectives.
Well, and that's because we live in Chicago. Like, that's something that's like a benefit to living in a big city where most people don't.
Yeah.
They're very much like in their own bubble.
And, you know, I talk shit on Vivid a lot, but like Vivid was pretty diverse, or at least the people that gravitated towards me, I would like, who were like, oh yeah, James is weird, but I still want to be around him. And I'm lucky to have had like TC, Corwin, Monse, Courtney, and then Corey, Nick, Anissa as well. All of them come here, and then Corey brought along all of the Hit It and Crit It people who all have wildly different experiences in life than we have, and that's the biggest thing. Surround yourself by people who are different than you, and you'll end different in a good way. I'm not going to say like, well, you know, because also like this is like a different fucking political sphere than it probably was 12 years ago. Like Trump has made Republicans just Trump supporters, and that is a different thing. And I don't think Trump supporters you should be around, because if they are still supporting him, they're monsters. And where I was going with that is we want to like put our money where our mouth is with the Patreon thing.
Literally.
Yes. So like if you, even if you are like, I'll just do $1. And also if it's just for 1 month, we're fine with that. If we see a spike 1 month and then everyone else drops off and we're back down to 6, I'm fine with that, because guess what? People who need the money are getting the money.
Yeah, and you'll get access to all of the like bonus episodes for that month.
Yeah, and you can actually quickly, I probably shouldn't. It should be known by now on Patreon, you could download the backlog onto your computer, and then if it takes you more than a month, you're like, at least I downloaded all of that. You can watch the live stream that we had that was for Wii Sports. Who won, Nicole or me? And then like access to music that I've done. But yes, so you are getting things out of giving to people that are not us.
Yeah, so you're donating and you're also getting extra content at the same time.
Win-win, baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know. I feel like I had things to say, but they kind of just like swooped out of my brain.
So normally we do record on Tuesdays, but yesterday we were hopping mad at people on Facebook and shit. Okay. Full disclosure, I had to cut out people from my family. It's the people who I did not want to cut out, like the people who I enjoy being around the most.
They chose to
ignore
ignorance.
Yes.
And
they weren't open to anything that I was saying. Here's what happened. They posted two things. One was stop calling people racist when they're against violence, saying like, people who are like, stop the rioting. It's bad. Peaceful protesting. And it's like, no, that is like microaggression levels of racism, because stop quoting Martin Luther King. He was still always met with violence. So just like that's out of the question now, when it's been years and years of peaceful protesting that has done absolutely shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is still a joke in sitcoms since like the 80s that black men will be shot for doing nothing. So it's still an issue. So fuck off if you feel that way. But then they also posted, I'll blank the pronoun, a screenshot of someone Googling, is it legal? Am I allowed to run over protesters blocking the road?
Wait, so were they like quoting MLK to you?
No. I'm saying explaining that shared post. If anyone's like, well, wait, what? Why would not being violent be racist? And that's in the context of that.
Okay.
So I then just asked, hey man, then what's your stance? You said this status above and then this one here. Are you for peaceful protesting? Are you not? Being very kind, very open, of just like me pretty much on each post saying like, please, for the love of God, in my mind, just like, please, I don't want to cut you guys out of this. And it ended with him of me saying like, hey, because Nicole said, if you say this, it will have a good outcome in most cases. I believe you are good and can do good. I said that, and then I ended with, hey, if you take the time to read what people are actually protesting about, because he's like, why are they protesting in the street and messing up people's days? And it's also in relation to the guy running in a huge tanker trying to run over protesters on a closed road for protests. So I said, if you read up, if you take the time, and not even saying do it right now. I said, if you take the time, I know you'll be as angry and active as the people who are protesting. And he just said, nah, I'm going to settle down and disagree. So I told him, all right, man, I hope it will take less time explaining to my nieces and my sibling why I will not be hanging out with you guys anymore. And I'm going to settle down and disengage from this part of the family. See you later.
Yeah, because if you can't take the time...
That's also what I said.
To read up and not be a fucking dummy.
Not even just selfish. Like, it's truly someone not taking just the time.
Then I'm not going to take the time out of, like, my day and my life to spend with you.
Yeah. To enlighten
yourself in something that I feel very passionate about.
And you should too. Like, everyone should. And this is also someone who I've heard say, fuck the police. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? You stupid piece of shit. And
yeah,
okay.
I was
so
like, I'm pretty sure
they have a police scanner.
Hate the police,
Yes.
so it doesn't make any fucking sense.
But, hey, if it fucks up my day, well, it's fucking people's lives.
But like, yeah, the only thing they were concerned about were the protesters like blocking the road, and that's what they were so upset about.
And just meeting, you should be peaceful, but then saying like, well, I'll meet you with violence. And I told him, I was like, okay, so.
Yeah, Googling if it was okay to run people over. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
And I was like.
After preaching peacefulness.
So this is what I said to him. You can see peaceful protesters who are fucking up your day, your daily routine, and you can meet them with violence. But if cops meet black people with violence, they have to be peaceful protesters, which in turn could get them run over by a car by people like you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and at first, this is the first time I'm telling Nicole this. We'll get into, this will be a long episode, guys. I have not discussed this with you yet. I've lost so much respect for this person, and it was originally just going to be like, hey, if you took the time and learned shit, I'm more than happy to like be friends again.
Mm-hmm.
But now I defended this individual to many family members throughout the year who thought they weren't good for this sibling. Mm-hmm. Who said, he's worthless, he's lazy, this, that. And I'm constantly saying like, well, it's not your decision. Who cares? This is what, I'll blank that out.
You've tripped up so many times.
Yeah, this is what that sibling wants. And on top of that, if someone loans you a large sum of money, yes, they paid me back. But if someone does that, a large amount of money, and you're not even going to take the fucking time to find out why their friends are afraid to die in public places, fuck off, dude. It might have just disengaged this entire relationship with this person. If he wants to be friendly and be like, kind of like the stepdad you don't like, or just the person, or like the uncle that you just see, you say hey to, and that's it. Mm-hmm. I'll be open to that. But if you're going to disrespect someone that bad who has been so good to you, just eat shit, dude.
Yeah. Like, you have supported them in many different ways, more than like anyone else in your family. And they are just not even gonna give you.
He was responding like a teenage edgelord would.
Yeah.
And it's just like with lols, LOL. And it's like, this is not a laughing matter.
Yeah, I've seen people, just like taking it all as a joke. And it's like, there's a time and place for that. And this is not now.
Like, my friends' lives are not a meme.
Yeah.
So don't respond as such.
And if your response to that is, oh, it's just a joke, man, my response to like jokes like that about anything, if you can't make a joke without pissing people off, it's not that everyone is sensitive. You're just an asshole.
Yeah. And I'll even...
So check yourself.
I'll even go further with that. Where's the setup of the joke? Where's the punchline of the joke? Where's the escalation in the middle? There's nothing of that. So, hey guys, there's our 20 minutes or so on this subject that I should have more. But also, Nicole, we're a proud podcast partner with the Tokusatsu Network. But Nicole, we got some responses because we finished Neon Genesis. Yeah, guys, going from that to Neon Genesis.
We're just going right. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's this show. We go from one topic to the next. No segue.
Cool.
Do you want? Well, no. It feels like any segue. Hey, I'm pissed off at a family member. You know who else is? Shinji over on Neon Genesis Evangelion. We watched the final 2 episodes, and guess what? It deserves the hate.
Sorry, it's just not a good. Still, any transition is just not going to be good.
We watched the proper episode 25 and 26 that are a part of the series, not the movie. And I just fast forward. I was like, it has to change. It can't just be these stagnant frames inside of a dark room with someone sitting on a chair. And it was.
We watched the last, did you say that?
25 and 26, yes.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Besides the episodes that I was like, why wasn't the show this?
Why wasn't this the entire show?
The little like near the end of episode 26 where it becomes a slice of life anime, that would have been fucking dope.
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
Hey, I can hook you up, man.
What?
With some slice of life.
Oh, they're actually it has been made. Like there was an official one, but people are like iffy on it. I don't know. But we teased it last week that we asked a question, and I have that question ready to roll once my computer says, hello, I'm awake.
I feel like I haven't been able to talk. I feel like you've just been kind of steamrolling.
Sorry.
You transitioned over without even.
So that is my fault. What's up?
And then, I don't know. Never mind.
No, what's up?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, if at any point, even in the middle of me reading a tweet, you have something to say, interrupt, my friend.
I don't want to interrupt.
Too bad. I give you authority. Do you want to read the tweets?
No.
You sure? There's some juicy ones.
Are they about Neon Genesis?
I mean, kind of. Tangential, because I asked. We're recording tomorrow very much, and we have a question for you. We finished Neon Genesis, a series with such a disappointing ending. The creators retconned the last 2 episodes with a whole movie. So, are there any series you'd love the ending wiped and redone, and why? Let us know. We'll read on the show. Well, hey, before we read these, Nicole, do you have any?
Fuck. Does just like not having an ending count?
Yeah.
But then again, I guess it was technically canceled, so never mind.
What?
The only like show that I've ever been upset about that like got canceled is the original Fruits Basket anime. There are 27 volumes and they only got to like not that far at all, like volume 4 or something in the anime, and that was it. Like, they got to, like, this huge plot point, and then it just, like, that was the last episode.
Have you checked to see if they kept doing it, but it never got dubbed?
No, it does not.
Okay.
No. But they did, like, redid it, I guess.
Yeah.
Within the last year or so, but I haven't watched it because I'm like, I don't want that to happen again because that, like, fuck, man, that sucked.
Yeah.
And I fucking loved that show. It's so cute, but so motherfucking sad.
It's
and
like
I didn't want it to happen again.
Fingers crossed it doesn't. I hope it gets 900 episodes.
Maybe it's done. I don't know. I haven't checked on it.
Dragon Ball style. How does One Piece have so many episodes? When did it start?
Good writers. Mm-hmm.
Oh. No, I'm just saying, like, how does someone make 900 of something?
I don't know. Fucking research it.
Okay. Cocaine. That's what came up.
Cocaine. That's what I think. I actually think about that a lot because I have been working on a lot of stuff lately with the quarantine when it comes to like art projects and stuff. And I'm just like, man, how do all these people? And I'm like, oh, cocaine.
Let's start doing barbiturates.
Carcane.
Carcane. That's kind of like Carranger.
You put it in your gas tank.
Oh, shoot.
They drive way faster.
But it's very hard to control.
Yeah, it's very shaky.
Yeah, it's jittery.
The steering wheel is loose.
It's as if you're going on a dirt road that's covered in bumps.
Yeah.
But more so, like the wheel turns more degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're like, hey, I'm going to go into this parking space, it'll be like, nah, man, I saw a wall that needs to be painted.
What?
People like to clean and do projects on cocaine.
Yeah. Okay.
Eh?
Okay.
Mine, though,
Yeah.
And I already brought this up, and Nicole was like, hey, are you going to talk about How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
And I said, yes, absolutely. There's been papers and essays about the ending of this on how, in the end, spoiler alerts, he ends up with, what's her name? Robin. Instead of the
mom.
The mom.
He does end up with the mom.
Yes, the mom.
Though.
But the mom ends up dying of an illness.
Yeah.
And it's after this season where we have grown to love this new character. And it's just unceremoniously stripped from us. And, he comes with the blue bugle that he stole again from a restaurant. And she's like, oh.
Yeah.
She doesn't need Ted. You know, they weren't ever great together. But I guess, hey,
you don't
middle-aged divorcees and widowers, you gotta find love somewhere.
Gotta find it.
And if it's from your ex-girlfriend from your mid-20s, yeah. And your BFF.
That married your best friend also.
Yeah. And is the aunt to your children? Sister wife.
Oh, man. So, you wish the ending was redone.
Yeah, all I wish was redone is instead of them saying, hey, it's okay, you love Robin. Mom died years ago. It's just Mom comes in and she's like, are you still telling that story? I have Orange Julius. And then they're like, yeah.
You get an Orange Julius. You get an Orange Julius.
And they're like, DQ, Orange Julius, DQ. And then
it's just
sponsored.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would have been so good. And then they look over and then the Jedi ghost style of Marshall's dad is there. Yeah. God, that episode ruined me.
Oh, man.
I cried so hard. The acting in that's so good.
I don't remember it, but I probably would be like, that's bullshit.
No, it's sad.
Yeah.
But fucking Josh Radnor, whatever his name is, I think that's his name. The dude that plays Ted, he's a pretentious asshole. Because he he talked shit about.
I mean, he kind of seems like it.
He talked shit about How I Met Your Mother, and he's like, it's just your run-of-the-mill sitcom. Like, what I'm doing now is high art. And it's like, dude, the reason why you're able to make these indie movies is because you made buco dollars on a show that rose up because of word-of-mouth fan support.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking ass. And then you support this dumbass ending.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. Now, if he had just come out against the ending and said, like, I couldn't see how anyone would like that ending because she's so good.
So you just hate him because the ending's bad?
No, I think I hated him before I knew the ending because he said it like maybe around like season 8 going into 9. 2 thumbs down to that, dude. But let's get into these tweets.
Better shit, more like playing a professor that falls in love with a very young girl.
When did that happen? I know, I'm pretty sure. It was a student, right?
I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't remember.
It looked like a real bad movie.
But you want to read these tweets?
Yeah. Someone with a username said...
Sam and Max freelance police for the PC.
Said Titanic should have ended with Jack and... what's-her-face on the door, and they both should have lived.
Yeah, they warm up by sexing.
Doy, obviously.
And that penis gonna be real hard because it's ice cold.
Oh my god.
We watched a movie on This Movie's Gay, and it was a zombie movie. All cheerleaders die, and a guy's having sex with one of the zombies that switched. That switched bodies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You watched that movie.
Yeah. Dude.
And he's 2 sisters, I believe, switched bodies because the younger sister wanted to be in the older sister's body to finally have sex. And while having sex with this football jock, he's like, "Oh, it's so cold. It's like an ice box. Is it supposed to be like this?" And then she's like, "Just shut up. Just shut up."
Because she's a zombie.
Yeah. Because she dead as hell. All right, guys. First. Oh, also, Sam & Max Freelance Police for PC was a game that was in development and had trailers and everything. Early internet days, I was watching those trailers like, yes, I'm so excited. They're 3D.
Short up.
And then LucasArts switched and we're like, we're only going to do Star Wars games.
Well, yeah.
And then they canceled it.
Yeah.
But luckily we got those Telltale ones. Okay, first we have at that Tito, aka our friend Tito. He said SSSS Gridman. I think I got all of those. And then there's Darling in the Franxx, which he's told us to watch a lot. It's an okay anime. It was Trigger's love note to Evangelion, considering founding members of
then no.
of Trig. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess
Absolutely not.
A love note to.
I would have rather watched Ergo Proxy for the 8th time than watch Evangelion.
A love note to Neon Genesis is kind of like a mom who has a, like, hey, only a mom could love this, son. It's kind of like that. Some weird situation where it's like, love you, son. Have a good day at school. Don't forget, your shoes tie like a bunny because a kid can't know how to tie shoes. Mm-hmm. That's what a love note to Neon Genesis is. Mm-hmm. So maybe we will not watch Darling in the Franxx, but SSSS Gridman.
It's literally just a love note.
Yeah. Oh.
Just a still of a...
I mean, that's some of the bullshit in Neon Genesis. It just feels like a teen's love note.
Yeah, the ending is so fucking bad.
Oh,
and
man.
I don't know what I expected. For some reason, I thought it would be better than the movie, because the movie was so bad, I was like, there's no way.
Okay, the movie was good up until the ending.
And then it was worse. And I was like, oh.
Like after they all turn into pee-pee liquid and it kind of like there's a bunch of hands or bodies in the pee-pee liquid and he's kind of just sitting there and then Ray and they're like, we're going to start seeing different realities. That's when it should have been cut. And then I guess it ends with him choking Redhead. Mm-hmm. Why? Why does he choke her? Why does he jack off? Please, anyone, tell us. Nicole, why do you think he's jacking off in that moment?
Because they want you to either hate that character or like understand that from the beginning of the movie that he hates himself.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that. Or like, oh, his carnal desires outweigh, but like he doesn't have.
But like it's so out of character for
Yes.
him. It's ridiculous.
And that's my issue with it. That's where I take issue.
That's your only issue with
Yeah.
it.
It's out of character for him.
It is, though. It doesn't make any sense. That's why we were like, is that? No, that didn't happen. And it was like, no, it did.
Then it shows him with
Goopy hands.
medical report stuck to his hand, and he's like, "What? Get it off!" I just wanted to know what her blood pressure was.
Yeah.
It's pi over psi. That's how the Romans would say it. I don't know. Next, we have Hit People Guy, at Hit People Guy. And he says, the Mass Effect trilogy. I wanted the ending to be something more than it was and was a little frustrated when the endings that had been built towards over a few hundred hours of gameplay came down to what they did. This I remember when the third one came out, everyone was pissed. Mm-hmm. And is that the Mass Effect Andromeda, I think is the name of a spin-off one? People hated that too. That's why if you want a great trilogy, Spyro the Dragon, there you go. It builds perfectly with game mechanics and extra things to do, and it's a ball of fun each time. Story's great and simple, and it's open world.
Sure. BioShock's also great.
Yeah. But the whole trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because Infinite, I'm just bummed that it's less like horror-y.
But it's still a good game.
But yeah, it was still fun to play.
What's another good trilogy of games? Tekken 1, 2, 3. Go for it. Tekken 4, 5, 6. Go for it.
Lego video games?
Okay, Legos. What's another trilogy?
Just the whole franchise.
It's a trilogy of franchises. You have Lego Batman.
Uh-huh.
Lego
No, it's just
Harry
Lego
Potter.
DC.
Okay, Lego DC, Lego Harry Potter, and Lego Star Wars.
Yep.
The trilogy of franchises,
Yeah.
baby. And can't forget the greatest trilogy. Your sister, you, and your brother. Trilogy of babies.
Basically.
All right, and then next up we have Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power, or I was going to say Ranger Command Power Rangers. Ranger Command Power Hour. He says Star Trek Enterprise. It ended with a bad Next Generation retcon and wasn't a proper send-off of the series, but was trying to be a send-off of the whole TV franchise at the time. And I did ask him, hey, is that a hot button issue, kind of like us liking Ninja Steel, or is that kind of a general consensus this was bad? And he said, general consensus.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've only seen Next Generation. My dad always watched it. He'd sit on this same chair and watch it at night. The chair was like in the like middle of the room. It was weird.
Best spot in the house.
And he'd say, I gotta watch this. And I'd sit on his lap while watching.
I gots to.
I'd say, Daddy, who that guy with the visor? And he says,
you talk about like your dad like sharing interest in things that you liked as a kid. I don't know what that feels like.
Who's just like, yo, man, 2-tracking, and that's what you're gonna like. And if you don't like it, too bad. Sit in the back.
Yep, pretty much. As I'm just white knuckling the door handle and praying to God that we don't die.
Nah, he had a roll cage, right?
No.
Oh, okay, never
definitely
mind.
not. Are you kidding me?
You gonna die tonight.
Yeah.
Like that, my dad liked watching Monster Rancher and Digimon with us.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
My dad...
I got gypped.
Also, I got screwed over financially because that word you shouldn't say anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I never even realized that's what that was.
I didn't either until I think TC and Anissa called one another out on it. And I was like, holy shit, you are correct. Guys, that word that we said, don't say it.
Huh. All right.
Because it's based off a derogatory word for travelers. All right. Oh, yeah. So my dad would watch those shows. He'd tape them for us because we would go to swimming.
He would tape them for you?
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
But he then taught us how to tape them so he wouldn't need to.
Yeah.
He'd be like, you do this, that, and that will set the timer to tape it from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd be like, but also make sure you do a little bit afterwards in case the show for any reason goes just a little bit long, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or if you're recording the ball game and then we'd be like, Dad, we're not recording the ball game. No, that never happened. He loved, he got into Pokemon cards with us. Not like into, he was just like, hey, I'm going to learn this.
What do you mean?
It wasn't like he was buying them up like that one dude on Leonhardt.
Mm-hmm.
But
did he know any of the names?
Yes, yeah. He probably knew most of the 150.
What the fuck, James?
Yeah, baby. My Nana did too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby.
That's so cute.
What else? My dad was, I was going to say Final Fantasy, but he just was like, he knew it through osmosis.
Sure.
But I don't...
Through paying attention to the things that you like and talk about.
The two most important things were Raiden, which was a shooter game that Metal Jesus talks about all the time on his stuff, and Zargon.
Yeah.
I watched my dad play and beat all 3 Zargon games, and we loved it. And no, I remember...
I watched my dad play hockey games with his friend Mike and drink Jack and Cokes.
No. I don't think I've ever seen my dad inebriated. Maybe high once? I don't think I've ever seen my dad drunk.
Oh, I definitely have.
What, my dad?
Yes.
Damn.
No,
what parties were you going to?
Did I tell you? No, I swear I did. About that time that I was with my friend Kaylee and I had to drive us home because he was drunk.
Yeah, I think you've said that on
and
this.
And I was driving and we were listening to Metallica and he like grabbed my arm and started playing it like an air guitar. And I was like, dude, I'm trying to fucking drive.
And he said, Saint Anger.
Sure.
That's the only Metallica I know.
All right.
Or Off to Never Neverland.
No.
For the longest time, I thought that was the Pocahontas song. I thought those were the lyrics.
And I was like, no, if anything, it's Peter Pan because of Neverland.
Oh, no, but then I was like, oh, no, I'm the Off to Never Neverland.
And then I was like, James, it's Metallica.
Which is weird because I'm sure I said that around Tyler, and Tyler was super into Metallica before he widened his horizons and got into the real music, aka rap music. The only real music out there besides Connor Oberst.
Sure.
Such wide differences. Hardcore rap music and sad boy Connor Oberst.
Fuck yeah.
But quick thing.
I like either sad boy music or screamo, so it's, you know.
Hey, I'm a little country, you a little rock and roll. I'm Sam and Diane, and you another couple.
I don't know what either of those are.
What? Country and rock and roll?
Sam and Diane.
It's from the Moon Honeymooner? No, Moonlighting?
I know from that one song.
Yeah. Sam and Diane.
Pretty sure they say Jack and Diane.
I'm Jack and Diane for them goddamn pearly whites. I'm stealing teeth now.
Okay.
You thought I was talking about pearls? No.
No.
I'm jacking teeth out of people's mouths, put them underneath my pillow. That's $25 a pop.
That's what I call Jack and Diane.
Yeah.
I called Teeth Diane.
Name of the episode, Jack and Diane.
Oh, man.
Okay. We still have a couple more.
Oh, my God.
At the Shadow Pika. My name, they say, my name is Earl, was robbed of a real series finale. NBC promised a final season and set up the season 4 finale as a cliffhanger, but got pulled out the last minute, so the show's final episode just sucks. I'd also read, in parentheses, parenthetical, I'd also redo second half of season 3. Shows with actual bad series finales. Kamen Rider Hibiki is just so bad. No final boss, no final fight, and a poorly wrapped up resolution to the reworked story. And this is an interesting one. I've never heard anyone talk about this, but Danny Phantom's finale also felt too bloated and big, trying to hit every stock Hallmark finale trope. Not awful, just wish it was better. And then one last one, It Takes Two to Toku. Steve's answer is Heroes, because Heroes didn't get a proper send-off. I'm guessing that's why it is. And then Craig's is the entire Hulu season of Veronica Mars, and also just cutting out the modern-day epilogue in Battlestar Galactica. If I don't know the episode off the top of my head, but if you just go and look through the episode descriptions of What the Hellmouth, TC, he goes through the entire plot of the Hulu season of Veronica Mars and explains why it just fails. Yes, on What the Hellmouth. So after It Takes Two to Toku sent that, we started getting some responses also saying Veronica Mars, and I'm like, what? Okay, we got another one. So I looked and I was like, why are so many people responding to this? And I clicked on these people and they weren't following me or anyone we follow. So and then I looked at their profile. They are just people who search Veronica Mars.
They're just trolls for Veronica Mars.
Yeah, and just shit talk that season.
Yeah.
So
it's like, get a better hobby, dude.
I didn't include any of them. And some people
get a better cause at least.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, it made people money. Like, it boosted the economy in some people's lives that season. Just because you don't just like, I hate this and I'll always hate it. Just shut up. Who cares if a season, like, I'm a community apologist in the sense that I think every single season is great.
Fuck yeah.
People say, I think it was season 4 or 5 is bad when Dan Harmon had to leave. I think it was season 4. And I'm like, no, that had great episodes. The other foosball episode, I believe, is in that. And it's so great, that cat going meow in the anime looking thing.
What? Yeah.
When it was Mountain Dew pee pants, you know?
Yeah.
Community's all good. So people who hate on, like, the season 4 is bad because Dan Harmon wasn't there. Shut up. It's still good and funny.
Yeah.
It also, I'm so glad that I wasn't an adult with the internet or like a late teen with the internet during the switch from Mike to Joel or Joel to Mike for Mystery Science Theater. Because on the internet, people are like, the internet became how it is because of that.
Oh my God.
Like, people who are in that fandom are like, yeah, man, like, the polarity between the two camps were extreme. Pretty crazy.
I like the current person. Joel.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
I don't fucking know.
Jonah.
I'm sorry. No, not before Jonah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's on Riff Tracks?
Yeah.
Riff Tracks.
Wait, are you saying from... I'm confused now.
So from the 90s to 2000s, that series, the original series from when Joel...
Yeah. But then you brought up Jonah, so I was like, wait, are you talking about that?
Yeah, because you said the new series.
Oh, I did.
So that's why I thought you said Jonah.
I fucked up.
Hey, Jonah's still good. I love
hell
them all.
Yeah.
I didn't like the first season, Tom Servo. He just sounds
I
weird.
just don't like the weird fantasy movie. But that's just like a personal preference. Well, I don't like it when they do the fantasy movies where it's like back in time and there's like wizards and shit. And they're just like running through the woods with a bow and arrow.
I enjoy those.
I don't. I think they're boring.
I think they're snoring.
My Name is Earl. I've watched that show a couple times and it's great. It's super fun, but I don't understand how it got as many seasons as it did.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's just like such a weird show that I feel like wouldn't connect with that many people.
Yeah, especially, you mean like on a network?
Yeah.
Like maybe an Adult Swim 15-minute episodes type deal?
Yeah, like it's not like a regular like family sitcom. It's like a weird kind of in-between type thing. I don't know. But it's good. I don't remember how it ends, so sorry. And there was one thing that I realized not too long ago was that because I grew up like not having cable or like, and then we had satellite like when I was in like high school or something. But when I first met you and you're like, oh, season 1 of Parks and Rec is bad, but season 2 but like you just like talking about like specific seasons of shows I like did not understand. And like before I met you, I was like a huge movie person. I was into movies. And then I realized like, oh, that's because I've literally never seen a TV show with the episodes like in order.
Yeah.
Like I've only ever seen them just like whenever they're on TV or just like mostly just like PBS stuff.
Yeah.
Like so it was just like, oh, like just like one of those moments where it like clicks in your head and you're like, oh, that's why I'm more of a TV person now is because they're streaming and I'm able to actually watch the whole show in order and like see all the characters' stories progress and everything.
Yeah, TV better than movies.
And you are the first person I ever met that would like talk about individual seasons.
Because that's, it could have a shakeup in writers.
Yeah.
That like it could, I think a lot of people are like at 5 to 6 season contracts with networks. So after like that 5th or 6th seasons, the contracts are done. So you could get a switch in cast members. Because it's like, well, my contract's done. I don't want to keep doing this show. I want to have other things to do.
Yeah.
So things like that can make a season different. Also, like most writers' rooms are like just within like 2 months. So you're there for 2 months to 3 months, and then a year goes by, and then you're technically in a whole different mindset writing another show.
Yeah.
It would be like going to work for 3 months and then coming back, or kind of like going to school. Over summer break, some people change completely, and that's only 3 months.
Man, I always fantasized about that, but it never happened to me.
What, that you change?
Yeah, that you get a glow up over some. I feel like everyone does.
Yeah, I never did. I never dramatically changed.
No, I'm just saying, like, everyone, like, hopes for that. Like, you come back to school and everyone's like, whoa.
I think, like, near the end of 8th grade, I was changing a lot. Mm-hmm. So, like, the 8th to 9th grade summer was in high school, at least, was probably my most turbulent of them.
Yeah.
Like, changing-wise. And maybe from 11th to 12th, junior to senior.
Yeah, I think, like, the most changing I did was, like, the summer after I graduated.
Yeah.
So then, like, it doesn't really count because I'm not going back to school the next year.
Oh, you went back to high school.
So I still never got that moment of, like, wow.
Yes, you did. You got it with me.
True.
You came into that driveway and I said, wow.
Wow. Do you know what sound effect I'm doing? I don't know. There's like a weird, like, canned sound effect.
I don't know.
It goes like, wow.
No, now you're just doing...
It's like a Tim and Eric thing that they would probably add to a show. And no, I'm not just doing that guy.
Yeah, you are. You're going, oh, wow.
Wow.
But just
No.
like Muppet Babies version of him. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there we go.
I swear someone will know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
But anyway, okay, wow. It's been an hour.
Yeah, this is just going to be a long episode.
Yeah,
because
you were like, I want this. And I was like, that's not going to happen. But okay, I was like, just nod.
Yeah, because we got talking about differences in dads.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys. Is your dad more of a Nicole's dad or more of a James's dad? Or
Did your dad give a shit or not?
Fingers crossed they gave a shit.
Uh,
Or we could do it even further. Are you a TC's dad, a Nicole's dad, my dad, or Rudy's dad? Mm-hmm. Those are the 4 differences of dads.
or a John Gabris dad.
Well, that's a dead dad.
No, who's the one that, like, got fed an ice cream sundae in a bath?
Oh, that's John Gemberling.
Oh my, sorry.
Oh, his mom and dad as a kid, they had wooden bowls, and he talks about this on You Made It Weird, John Gemberling. And his parents would scoop him bowls of ice cream and, like, push it to him in the water floating
like
on
boat.
top. Yeah, and he'd eat ice cream in bath.
Yeah, so tell us which one.
But I did, like, from worst to best.
Yeah, that's the best.
No, that's like on a separate scale. Like that's in a different area.
Yeah.
Living that New York City life.
I guess so.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next, Nicole, is what we watched today.
I feel like you should just, like, timestamp this, like, put a timestamp in the description.
The name of the show is mostly Speakin Sentai.
So we just have to talk about Sentai for, like, 40 minutes.
Oh, I don't know about that. This needs to go live in like 4 hours.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I wrote a little, oh no, it went too far.
Too far.
No, those are that ass, girl. Twerking it fast.
Twerking that ass.
Oh, my ass is twerking. My booty hole be jerk. God dang it.
Playing with.
My fucking scrolling keeps going over where I need to go. Don't call me that. Okay. Guys, today we watched the Carranger versus the Ohranger, a Super Sentai movie, in a jumbled, hilarious mess of misunderstandings, gas-guzzling Bowzock, skinny-dipping tanukis, and military mentality messing with the goof parade of our Carranger. Kyosuke and Pales have to help the Ohranger after being found responsible of O-Red being kidnapped by Bowzock. All this while our friend Signalman serenades runaways back to their loving homes, and the Bowzock make human car hybrids this week on Mostly Speakin Sentai. Carranger! You guys thought I was going to forget about that ass.
Those, what did they call it? Car sentinels?
Car sapiens.
Sapiens. Remind me of the people in the Saga comic book with the TVs for heads.
It also looks kind of like a chappie.
No.
Wait, what am I thinking of then? Boom, 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 boom. Isn't there a TV head on FLCL?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Fooly cooly.
Which is why I was going boom, 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 boom. Because it's rock and roll in that.
Fuck yeah.
FLCL meets Scott Pilgrim. Oh my God. My teenage years would be complete.
Then Scott Pilgrim would just be like a lot hornier.
Dang.
And weirder.
He'd be edging the whole thing.
Toots!
Frank's coming through. He said, huh. Okay, Frank sounds like a grunt doll. That's what my family called them. It was a doll that, like, I had one that looked like a dinosaur, a purple dinosaur, and a caveman that had like fuzzy, like a hairy head and a beard. And when you squeeze them, it goes.
It sounds like they're wheezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes.
Yeah, that's what I sounded like when I had an asthma attack.
Ooh, nice. Give me an asthma attack, Nicole. Oh, you would have been so adorable.
Oh my God.
I would have said, oh.
As I was dying?
Yeah, like how you call Frank's arthritis cute.
Oh, okay.
I would have hugged you and said,
I get it now.
I would have hugged you so hard and been like, oh, squeeze that bad air out so good air can come in.
It's not the air, it's the lungs.
All right, then I'd pump it. Go, to help you breathe, my
That
queen.
helps.
I don't know. You tell me.
Super helps.
Speak up.
Super helps.
Oh my God.
You know I'm going to do the opposite.
All right, then please talk so quietly. Yeah, okay, that was still a quiet thing to do. Are we still recording? Okay, good.
Unfortunately.
No, Nicole,
I'm just
what
kidding.
did you think of today's movie, Carranger versus Ohranger?
It was good.
This is one of my favorite Sentai movies, but on top of that, this might just be one of my favorite movies.
James, this movie made me realize how bad of a leader Dappu is.
What are you talking about? Oh, yes, okay. So no, he's not a bad leader.
They never train.
Yes,
they do not train.
Did.
Like
they did
ever.
In the beginning. They trained within the first 5 episodes when he was like, I need to crack them down.
Like
but
anyone that has work out for their New Year's resolution.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. I think Dappu realized, like, hey, we all goofs here, and embraced being a goof. And I think he's a fantastic leader still. But so in this, the plot is Kyosuke, our red racer,
Bye, Toots.
thinks that
Goes clicky clacky.
robotic empire villain from Ohranger, who is his name's Bara Mobile.
Yeah.
Or Mobile, he's like, wait, the Ohranger try and say like, hey, she's bad in a hot spring, and Kyosuke's like, whoa, we don't judge people by their cover in Carranger.
Okay, seriously, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
The takeaway lesson is to judge people by how they look, whether or not they're evil. Is that like you should do that? Is the takeaway.
I would say, but
which is super fucked up in the current atmosphere.
I don't really think it's that, because no one was saying like, oh, I should have judged him by the cover. It was
he literally says that.
yeah, okay. He said Baramobile said, "Of course I'm evil." Oh wait, doesn't he say like, "Look at my like evil gears and stuff"?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, but he does say like, "Of course I'm evil." He didn't say like, "By the look of me, of course I'm evil." He just said like, "Yeah, of course. I want to turn people into car people."
He said his plan, and then Dappu was like, called and was like, yeah, that dude's evil. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he says, I guess I should judge people by how they look.
Kyosuke does say
and
that.
I was like, what the fuck?
That was one of my favorite scenes of Kyosuke is in the car. After this, we'll start from the beginning, but Kyosuke's in the car with Baramobile, and he's like, hey, why do the Ohranger want you dead? And then he explains, oh, well, my research has led me to making humans into car sapiens to rule the world and replenish the robotic empire. And Kyosuke just like touches his, where like an earpiece would be on his helmet. Mm-hmm. And he goes, Dappu. And then Dappu's like, oh yeah, I heard his entire story. I think he's a bad guy too. And he's like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It was adorable.
Like he was like, "Oh, I've made a mistake."
So let's go by like notes by notes.
Sure.
The first was just the intro, which is just a better looking version because it's, I think, a Blu-ray rip for this. Is the seriousness of their faces in the intro. Nicole and I were debating because I thought kind of like Maid looks like in Zyuranger when she has that bow and arrow. She's just like, meh.
Exactly.
Everyone looked like that.
I disagree. I said they don't look deadpan. They look serious, like they're about to fight.
Kyosuke doesn't. Naoki doesn't. And then Minoru sort of doesn't. But then Natsumi looks like, hey man, I'm happy to be fighting evil. Mm-hmm. And then Yoko just looks like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And I'm like, yes, that's the energy I want. And then Nicole's like, oh, she's the kooky one. I was like, she's not the kooky one.
No, Red Ranger's the kooky one.
This I wrote down, where I guess we'll be bouncing around. This is what MASH wished it were. Like in that, it's a comedy.
I seriously don't know anything about MASH.
It was a show about, I think, the Vietnam War, but it was like a sitcom.
Yeah.
Where they're stationed there. And that's what this felt like of, they're doing this boot camp training. Uh-huh. This is what Full Metal Jacket wished it would be until they friggin' made a guy put a rifle in his own mouth and blow his face off. Face off?
Yeah. People are telling me like, oh, that movie's so good. And I didn't finish it because I was like, this is bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good, guys.
My neighbors, Jamie and all of them, they're from a military family, so that movie is just always on.
For real?
Yeah, they
I guess
loved
it's just
it.
not for me.
It's not for me either.
All right.
Especially because it takes it's this hardcore like psychological drama in the beginning, and then it just cuts and then they're in war.
Yeah, well, and people are like saying that it was really funny.
What?
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, this is not funny at all.
I think you're thinking of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
No.
Because that would make sense if they're saying, yeah, man, it's pretty funny. Especially when that girl is dog.
They specifically were like the names that they were given.
Oh, is it like satirical?
Like Snowball.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
That's their jokes of like, yeah, man, I really love it when this drill sergeant gives them little sissy boy nicknames. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I remember specifically.
What? It's not a comedy, guys.
That's what I thought going into it until like I killed himself and I was like, what the fuck?
He says, do you believe in the Virgin Mary? Sir, no, sir. Why don't you believe in the Virgin Mary? Sir, negative, sir. A horrorcore person sampled that. That's the only reason I know it.
Got it. Which means you're going to hell.
Oh.
And that's hardcore as fuck, dude.
And cool as hell, guys. This looks amazing. What was that? Oh, that was just that
table.
I'm gonna hit that table.
Breaking shit.
1, 2, 3. Everybody get down with me. This is how people used to rap don't know how it got popular.
Help me, I cannot stop.
I am now a robot, yo. And it's crazy also how people still use that cadence to like joke rappers or like advertisers will still use that. It's from the fucking late 70s.
Like they still use it in like TV shows as a joke.
I think it's because it was easy to do. And now I'm seeing more people using the triplet flow of like Migos and stuff. Like that's also easily to parody, which is
sure
saying a lot for their style. They sound like you're going in a bathtub and you bring your ears underwater.
Sounds pretty rad, dude.
No. Conor Ober sounds like you go a little bit further down and you stay under.
So like the last couple weeks,
tweaks.
I was like more depressed because I was only taking like half of the one meds because it gives me bloody noses.
Bloody nose.
But then I like started taking it again and I was like feeling better, as you could tell from the last recording from last week. And then I was like, oh, thank God I started taking it again after this shit happened. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
Is that why you were noticeably mean?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just thought like, hey, you know, she's going through some stuff, but no, you need to be under
I
I
was.
Just go all, maybe it's you need to like now just go all the way off from them. And then
so
it'll
like extra mean?
No, it'll loop back around to being great.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how meds work.
Yeah, you know, it dips down.
It's just like
and then
the quarantine. Once you know it's working, so you stop doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because obviously the problem is fixed now.
Bada bing, bada boom.
So you should stop doing the thing that you were doing to make it good.
Yeah. Start coughing on people.
And just like, I mean,
because that's my thing.
And you were like doing the thing to make it good. It's like it almost never happened at all. So it's like, why even do it in the first place?
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
A person hasn't sneezed in my mouth, a stranger that I pay on TaskRabbit in such a long time. And that's probably why I've been feeling aggravated lately. Like that time I blew up, it's because no one had blown their nose in my face.
I'm confused by that, but okay. Now you're completely mixing metaphors.
Yeah,
Now you're saying that...
You were saying like,
that COVID is your antidepressant.
No, what I'm saying is I used to be able to do that. And now things are getting better quarantine-wise. We can start doing that again.
Yeah, because it's fine now.
Yeah. Nothing's wrong in them noses. They probably got the antibodies too.
Anyway.
Which means they're healing me. It's like a health potion out of their nostrils. From their sinuses to God.
Okay, seriously, I haven't even gotten to like one no.
Go for it, baby.
Or maybe I have like, but I mean, we said we were going to go in order and I haven't got even to the first one.
Speak up.
Which is that? Shut up! Which is that gasoline makes things run away.
Yeah, this witch
is. Sorry, run away from home.
Yeah.
Specifically. It's so specific.
Well, where else are you going to run away? But that's... We've established now that people who run away from home end up as Bowzock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. So they've just been pouring gasoline on people.
Yeah, gasoline-ing them with premium.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know where I thought they were going to go with it, but like, it's weird to me that they only used it for cars.
I think that's all they could use it for.
It makes sense, but it's still like, I don't know.
He gasoline-ing them with premium the Carranger, and it's not like they ran away from home. I think it only
true.
like gasoline is for cars.
Yeah.
That's got to be why.
Uh-huh.
Unless you I guess like a robot could, if they gas powered robot.
And if you put special gas in it, cars will fly. It's proven fact.
Some sticks might run away from home because some are gas powered.
Gas powered stick.
You could do a gasoline enema and run away from home and to the hospital. Oh, I just love the smell of gasoline, and what would make it better? It leaking out my butt.
Your butthole. Okay, cool. The Bowzock in this episode is SS Statanzo. And I put French?
Maybe. He's #1 gas attendant.
And I was like, that's weird, but okay. I feel like when the people who design the monsters like run out of ideas, they're just like, what's a stereotype?
That's,
yeah. And just use that.
It's the fighting game technique. Every fighting game is super racist.
Really? That's... You couldn't think of anything else. You couldn't just like look at
I think I know.
Fruit and be like, that's a monster.
I think I know.
Or maybe they're taking a stance and saying that stereotypes are bad.
Maybe, but it sounds like it might be Italian, and like the Italian greaser who works at a gas station pumping gas at auto shops and stuff.
Well, because I could have swore I heard them say oui. So I was like, I think they're speaking French a little bit. So I think, and it looked like they had the thin mustache.
Wario style.
Sure.
Waluigi style is what I mean.
Yeah. Like literally you could just look at any object in your room instead of...
All right, do it now.
Draw?
No, I'm saying like to give me a monster by just looking around the room.
Microphone.
Okay, well, we've already had microphone, I think, even on this season.
Okay.
So you used it on a previous episode. Lamp. Okay, there you go. We got a lamp monster about how's he supplying gas. Why is he supplying gas?
Why is a Frenchman doing it? It makes no sense.
Maybe
it doesn't need to make sense.
Maybe one of the creators went to France and loved how they pumped gas.
Or they met like a runaway teen in France.
Could be.
At a gas station.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is an homage to...
Maybe it's a gas-powered lamp monster.
Exactly.
And it's like kerosene.
Or like a lantern.
Yeah. There you go. You did it, Nicole. Now draw it up.
Easy as fuck.
It's been like a year and a half since you drew one
up. Shut
up. They haven't sold
I'm trying
any.
to start a business.
Yeah, and maybe make a business out of Gorma.
Okay.
Toei did it.
No one wants it.
Yeah, I know.
No one.
I mean, we do need to buy a shirt for C because we did.
That's on you.
Yeah.
You. No. You.
No, I said we as in Marshland Media.
And I said to you, do you remember? Do you remember I said to you, I said, only say that if you're actually going to do it because it's fucking expensive. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, man, that shipping's expensive.
Yeah.
Redbubble's already expensive.
Almost as if I do it for my job.
I got a job to ship. I know everything.
Yep, I know motherfucking everything. Bitch.
All right, can I ship gasoline?
No.
All right,
definitely not.
Can I ship biodegradable toxic waste?
No.
All right, can I ship blood?
No, I don't know.
No, you can't.
No.
Unless you're a hospital.
Right.
Because it has to be packed and secured, frozen ice.
Yeah.
But let's get to some more notes.
Yeah.
God, this is going to be a long app.
Just don't look at it anymore.
Okay. It's going to be a fucking Nicolas Cage length episode.
No, well, we did watch a movie.
Okay, yeah, but the movies we watch on that are 2.5 hours long.
And you know, the extra time we took to talk about social injustices is worth it.
Yeah, it should have just been that. That's all we needed to say. Not talk about some children's show.
I almost like suggested that yesterday, but didn't.
Dadn't.
So.
Yeah, because this month, we got some special stuff for the last 3 episodes of this month.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, my name Goopy.
Wow. I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. They call the Earth Earth instead of Ursh.
That's just like different subtitles.
I don't like it because Ursh makes it feel like they're just like aliens misunderstanding, whereas Earth makes them sound like they're 5.
Yeah. Or Ebonics. You know, like word of mouth?
No.
Time to wipe that silly grin off your ass. I pop locks and hit fly skimmers with R&B singers. The beat disturbing the peace. Whoa!
Wow.
I don't know lyrics, guys.
Wow. I'm sorry, that was supposed to be a song.
Yeah, it's the word of mouth freestyle.
Oh, shit.
From Ludacris's Word of Mouth.
Signal man encounters some daft punks.
Do they say that?
No,
Oh.
I say that.
Okay.
Because
Speak
he
on
does. He goes to, where the fuck is he? Some place in space.
Yeah. Space place.
And they have just like, one of them just has a motorcycle helmet on.
Ring, ring.
And I was like, these some daft punks up in here.
Up in here?
And then...
Y'all gonna make me?
Lose my fucking marbles.
Oh!
Gotcha.
Yeah, because Frank and I stole them all. He's been eating them. We need to get him to a hospital.
No. We bring him. We think he has COVID. He ate too many marbles.
What?
Like, just completely misunderstanding what it even is.
Oh, I was going to say, he's like, see me eat marbles. And we're like, stop. And he just keeps eating them. And then he says, and I'm going to throw them up. And then out of his mouth, just a bunch of marshmallows come. And he's like, I've been learning sleight of hand magic. And then we're like, no, you're learning an excuse to eat marshmallows. Give them.
That's so cute.
He's like, I bought those. And I was like, what? With what money? You stole those from me. I see the bag of marshmallows I bought on the ground covered in your fur. He's like, that could just be by being on the ground.
Stole my debit card. Ordered them online.
You figured out my passcode for my iPad.
It's just dead ace.
How can it be dead ass, Frank? It's numbers.
It's not.
It's a 4-number code.
That's too many letters.
I know.
Well, sometimes people use it as if it's letters, like on an old phone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But you can't do dead ace.
Ooh, so he encounters some runaway punks and then sings a damn Disney song or Ghibli end credits shit. And they get sad and go home.
Yeah, I said like a mountain folklore song.
Yeah.
It sounds very Lord of the Rings. Like,
but I guess like Ghibli is Disney, so...
No, Disney just does the dubs.
Everything,
Some of the dubs.
James, everything is either Disney or Bezos.
I was going to say...
That's our reality now.
Disney or Frito-Lay. They've taken the world by storm.
Actually, you know what?
Did you know Frito-Lay's owns Warner Brothers?
Are you fucking
No. Isn't it weird that that like Xfinity and Comcast bought NBC?
Did you know that?
What? Did you know?
Did you know that Mentos owns Mattel?
Okay. And did you know Mattel owns
Mentos isn't like. Did you know that Cosmic Brownies owns Rachel Ray?
Okay. Was another brand that I might not know owns another brand or person.
No, it's like, it's not a brand. It's just A product.
Yeah, no, Cosmic Brownie is a brand.
No, it's not. It's Little Debbie.
But it's a brand of brownies.
No, it's not.
It's actually Cosmic Brown's Little Debbie's Cosmic Brownies.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm laughing so hard just to like counteract all of the negativity that I've been feeling.
God, I gotta keep negativity around you 6 days a week.
This is as funny as I'm thinking it is.
I
right
think
now.
it is. Let me get to another note.
Either that or I'm just like real full of myself or something.
So we're this far into the movie now, and this movie delivers on the Carranger aesthetic, charm, and promise of like, it's a parody season and it's going to be goofy.
Sorry, hold on. I'm
lost. I'm bossed.
Okay.
I really just have quotes mainly from this movie.
Hit me.
These guys stepped on my tummy.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Kyosuke falls on the ground as the Ohranger are chasing.
Child.
And he gets stepped on. Yes, in this movie, he is just hey, that's not fair during the military training.
Which, okay, made me kind of realize I was like, okay, I'm embarrassed to admit this, that I like don't know all of their names still.
Really?
Because none of them have like
story arcs.
Specific, like story arcs or like specific character quirks.
Yeah.
Or like differentiating personalities. They're all kind of the same.
Naoki's kind of like the shy boy. Minoru's kind of like the over-talking buffoon. Kyosuke's just like the buffoon.
The shy buffoon.
Natsumi's the strong individual, and Yoko's the girly girl.
Yeah, the token female.
Yeah, so this one, what Dairanger did so well was giving people story arcs.
Yeah.
They grew. And not to say that this series is bad, but it doesn't make it as memorable as Dairanger.
Yeah. But you finally get to see that in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
But we then meet the Ohranger. They all come together.
I think you mean Ohranger?
Okay, Ohranger. And
no, it's orange ER.
Okay, Ohranger.
Yeah.
All right, the Ohranger are there, and we'll never do that series on this show.
No pushback on that.
Yeah, Ohranger, they come and they're like, "Hey, man, don't get in the way of us saving the world." And Kyosuke's like, wait, but that's what I do. I save the world. He's like, and you don't need to be stepping on people to do as such. So they say that they're from the UAOH. Or it's UAOH, and hands him a card. And then when the other Carranger come, they're like, "What? It's the UAOH. We're this international
Their jumpsuits
organization."
Are rad.
Yeah, kinda. But they say we're from this international organization bent on saving the world. And then Natsumi's like, "What? That doesn't make sense. You don't need an entire organization to save the world. We do it while working at an auto shop."
Yeah.
This is...
Which really shows... I feel like finally now... I think it took just like having an actual like serious team to really bring about like how absurd the Carrangers are.
There is one other team-up movie, but it's Mega Ranger versus Carranger. So Mega Ranger are, I think, in the front seat. But I'm probably going to watch that after this.
That's seriously... I feel like that's what's missing in Carranger is that there's no one that's like really like serious or like grounded to show that kind of like
how absurd things
juxtaposition. Yeah, it's just like everything's absurd. So it all kind of just like blends together. You know what I mean?
I was about to say in the beginning, Dappu is kind of the down the center, but Dappu as himself yes, is absurd. So especially
just send a picture of Dappu to anyone.
And they'll be like, the fuck?
What the fuck?
So we really see how crazy being inside the Carrangers world is when the chief of the organization comes and shows up and is just like scolding them. It's this militant force. It's like a group of ragtag sports people, like a Bad News Bear type deal of these kids just running around doing whatever the heck they want, bench warmers, if you will. And this one person has to come in and be like, dude, get your shit together.
Again, that's why Dappu's a bad leader.
No, he's a good leader in Carranger. And I think at any other Sentai. Dappu would have done the Dairanger more good than Kaku.
Probably.
I just remember when Kaku's in that
What?
Gorma outfit at the end, like his warrior outfit. Picture that, but on Dappu.
Oh my gosh.
It'd be so bulky, and he'd be like, "Hey, yes."
Okay, I will admit that for a split second, I was like, I kind of want to cosplay as Dappu with this outfit. It would be fucking rad.
I think going as Dappu would be kind of easy. You just get like little elf ears, so they're pointy, and then just a lot like
a baseball cap.
No, first Dappu, because it'd be very easy.
No, I said in this outfit.
Okay, the outfit of today or the Gorma outfit?
Today.
Okay, do it.
Today.
People would just be like, Jordan.
Yeah.
That'd be the issue.
Yeah, no one would get it.
Jordan with a scarf. Aviator Jordan, what up?
I guess I really just want that jacket.
Because you know I got to jacket.
Because it's pretty rad.
It's pretty dad.
Especially how he like rolls it up. Anyway.
Wow.
Wow.
The Carranger are so adorably innocent in this, and I love it.
They're not. They're naive.
Okay, yeah, it's still like innocent. And then there was a like Natsumi gets kicked by Yellow Ranger of Ohranger and it square in the chest, and she's like, "Ow, that hurt! Don't kick my boobs." She doesn't say boobs. She says, "Don't kick me there."
Yeah,
but it's boobies.
Her boobs.
Yeah. Oh my God! And Zonetta's boobs in HD. Ooh, wish I looked like her.
Same.
No, you are.
No, I wouldn't want that much attention.
You get a lot of attention. I'm dressing you with my eyes.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm putting a hat
We're
on you.
We're both nude right now.
I'm putting long white gloves on.
Nice.
Putting a
Do they have holes where the knuckles should be?
Okay, yeah. I'm putting... That's so trashy. That's the trashiest thing ever.
Dappu does it.
No, I'm saying like fancy white gloves that you'd wear
Gown
to a
gloves.
Yes, and then with the knuckles cut out.
Yeah,
and then you have
as fuck.
Long cigarette holder.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom half, you know what I'm putting on there? Snow pants. You're gonna be hot as hell, girl.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna be fighting a heat stroke.
Goodness. I don't remember what this is in regards to.
Blue regards to?
I put the Ohranger exchange is adorable.
Probably in that first on the beach scene of them saying like, we defend the earth out of a auto shop. Or was it?
Oh yeah, I think that is.
Or it could have been between the Bowzock when they were like, wait.
No, because that's towards the end. And this is like the middle.
Oh no, in the middle when they're chasing after Kyosuke.
I don't know. Anyway. And then, no, because right after I put, is this their intro?
Oh, okay.
Which I also don't know what that is related to.
So when they're fighting the Ohranger, it's just Kyosuke. They're on a dam and Wumpers come out because the Bowzock are like, hey, the Ohranger, I guess, are on our team. And then the
they're like
Reds.
they're like they're against the Carrangers. I guess that means they're with us then.
And that's super, which I thought that was going to be the entire movie.
And the Ohrangers thought they were going to have to fight the Bowzock, but then the Bowzock just like go right past them and they're like, what the fuck?
And Kyosuke picks up a Wumper and says, off you go, and just throws him at a rock.
Their spine right into a boulder.
Which also, it's like on a dam. If they had like thrown a little too hard, that person would have gone over the
IRL.
edge. Yeah. Put a harness on a Wumper.
Maybe it's a green screen. You don't know.
No. We saw what a green screen looked like back then for when the VRV Robo come out of that dome.
Yeah.
VRV!
So, like, the Ohranger don't explain why. What the fuck is their name?
Barimobile?
Barimobile. They don't tell the Carrangers why they're evil, so the Carrangers are like, no, you're not telling us, so you must be evil. And then they side with the Barimobile, and then they fight each other. And I know we've already said this, but I guess I'm just like going over it in my mind, and James is yawning, and
I'm sweepy. So elegant with the words.
So Bowzock team up with the Ohrangers, and the Barimobile explains his plan, and I wrote, he just wants to fuck a car.
Pretty much. But it's a human car. He wants to fuck both.
Yeah.
So like if someone was like, okay.
No, he wants to fuck a car, and that's why he makes it part human.
Well, no, he is metal. He is a robot.
Yeah.
So it's like furries. If they're like, I want to fuck a dog, well,
like
I'm going to make a humanoid dog.
Sentient.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Exactly. Furries are humanoid animals.
Yes. But it's because I want to fuck.
So your argument doesn't make sense.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Your argument only proves mine correct.
Wait, no, yes. Yeah, okay, yes. You correct.
He wants to fuck a car, bro. And they're going to use runaway from home juice to do it.
Chia! Plug that inside of your mouth hole, suck hard, and hope for the best. But home is where you make it, so where would you be running from?
Oh, yeah. And then they're fighting with the gas guy, and he, like, pours gas on them.
Gasoline in them with premium.
And they're like, hey, it's not doing anything. And he's like, oh, well, guess I should light them on fire. And I was like, this got dark so fast.
Get a cigarette and flick it at him.
It is dark. Like, up until now, it's just been, like, real goofy. And then they're just like, we're going to light them on fire.
That's also goofy.
And I was like, oh.
It's goofy to see in a Carranger someone say, like, I'm going to douse you in gasoline. That's absurd. It's not like, oh, I'm going to spray webbing that explodes on you. No, it's just gas.
And then exhaust. So they're fighting because Exhaust wants Barimobile to join the Bowzock because I don't know why.
He knows he'll be able to turn the Carranger into cars, and the Carranger will provide him with free work.
Oh, yeah, that's what they were trying to do. Yeah, because they kidnapped. But I thought it was really funny because they were like, kidnap Barimobile and also the Red Ohranger. And then it's like, it didn't click for me until like they showed them at their like base with Zonette, and I was like, oh my god, Zonette told them to kidnap the Red Ranger because she has a thing for Red Rangers.
Maybe.
It totally is.
She wants to get it in, baby.
Yeah.
Wait, no, she has a thing for... It's also weird that... No, it's weird that she thinks he's handsome because she doesn't think ordinary citizens are handsome. She's adamant about thinking Kyosuke, ordinary monkey-faced man, is handsome.
No, because
her heart is really for Red Racer.
Yeah.
But then it should mean
and it's
like...
not like that Red Ohranger. It's not like he was there as a normal person. He was there as the Red Ranger.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you make sense. But he should have been in suit.
He was. He just didn't have a helmet on.
No, he wasn't. He was in his jumpsuit.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't in his spandex.
I
can pull it
up. Okay.
Go on to your next note, Goopy, because we need to start wrapping up.
I said that's a dope robot.
Dope rope.
Because Exhaust gives them a new robot from that like magazine or whatever, and it's red and it looks freaking cool, dude.
It does.
And then I put Signal Man as being a bitch.
See, he's in his jumpsuit.
Fuck.
Chia, baby, I got better eyes than you.
But she knows he's the Red Racer, though.
Breasts. I have it pulled up on screen, and Zonetta's boobs are just out.
He had like such a serious face, and I thought he was gonna like argue with me about it more, and he just goes, breasts.
Look at him. Let me see if I have any more starred notes. He thought he was a tanuki.
I don't know what that is.
A tanuki's like a raccoon-looking thing. It's what one of the things Mario turns into, but he also turns into a raccoon. It's the thing where it shoots
and
the sphinxter out.
Ghibli has like a whole movie of them with their balls out.
Isn't Totoro a tanuki?
No.
He's not?
I don't think so.
I think Pocky's from Pocky and Rocky or Rocky. It's a SNES game that we need to play. It's super fun. Oh, no.
He's back.
Oh, he's back. The man behind the sheet.
Keaton.
We have a sheet hanging up.
Keaton.
All right, Nicole, that's really all I have.
Do you know why it was the Ohranger? Like,
it's usually in succession.
Oh, I think that's why I put, is this their intro? Like, did Ohranger come after this? And that's why they did this movie to kind of like introduce the team.
No, sometimes they will do that. A lot of the times they do.
Yeah, because they did that with the newest season of, right?
With Carranger of Sentai?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yes, a lot of them do that.
Yeah.
So Ohranger was the previous one.
Oh, okay.
So it's like bringing everyone back.
Got it.
Then
so it's the opposite.
Mega Ranger, Carranger come back.
Got it.
But I think now they normally do like a introduction season that is a team up.
Oh, so then, okay, yeah. So the exchange that I thought was cute was when they were in the middle of battle and they were like trying to, like everyone was like trying to decide like who was against who. Like they kind of like all paused for a second and were like, wait, who are we fighting?
And they were accidentally hitting each other.
They were like, no, you go switch here. And
yeah. Just hit each other of the same
No, but I did.
Spandex color.
I enjoyed this movie.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Sentai movie that is bad.
I've only seen a couple, so
yeah. All the like Gokaiger ones, those are fantastic. The Dairanger one's great, but this one is so much better than the Dairanger one. The Dairanger one was just a episode with a bigger budget.
Yeah.
This one was a movie. Like if I was a kid and we had this on VHS.
I feel like this is also an episode with a bigger budget, but okay.
It's 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
It has a movie arc. Let me read some of my favorite quotes. So when they're in boot camp, they keep having to take these trainings, and each person in each training succeeds. First, it's Yoko running up a big old hill after she sees spiders on the ground and she's scared of them. And then next...
Yeah, that was funny.
Is this like, it must have cultural importance or significance. I'm not sure what it was, but it was like, it looked like a knighting ceremony, but like hitting a sheathed sword on someone's back.
Yeah.
And then Minoru pops up and he said, "Sir, I now know the meaning of life." And then he's like, "That's what I wanted to hear." And then...
Like, I think they were probably like meditating or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Probably.
And then Kyosuke says, "Hey, is that real? That's unfair." And then the chief goes, "Hey," in quotes. And then he pulls out his sword and says, "You maggot." And then takes a swipe at him.
Yeah.
It's intense. And then...
yeah, like that whole training scene is what made me realize, like, that's what the Carranger series is missing.
Yeah. instead of it just being a cartoon, it could have been elevated a little bit more by having a person who shouldn't be there, should not be in that world.
Which is like what they maybe tried to do with Signal Man, but then Signal Man just kind of turned out to be kind of goofy or like not someone who really demands a lot of respect, I guess. I don't know. Like it just didn't happen.
I think VRV Robo was VRV Master. I apologize.
Yeah.
He was where he was goofy in the sense of like how a dad would be goofy.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Yeah. He's a great character.
He was only in there for like 2 episodes or 1. I know, I saw him laying there. It's so cute.
Frank's laying on my backpack right now as a bed. Dude, you have a bed right next to it.
So cute.
And then during one of the training underneath, they're crawling underneath barbed wire.
Yes.
And after Natsumi succeeds, Kyosuke's like, oh, what? This is unfair. And then the chief just pulls out a gun and starts shooting it at him. And he's like, he has a freaking gun.
Yeah, each time the weapon gets worse.
And then it ends up being this huge bazooka in the next one and then just bombs in the ground.
Just landmines.
And then it took the entire movie for me to realize that Bari Mobile has nipples. A robot with nips.
Yeah.
And then one last thing. If in the Carranger OST, the original soundtrack, the files that I have, if this song is in there, I will insert it. But the song where VRV Robo is like coming together, not the VRV, the song of just like a marching type song, like kind of, like uplifting, sounds exactly like Godzilla's March.
Which you would know because you've sampled. And
Yeah, like it's so identical. If it is, I will sample it right here.
V-Police! V-Dozer! Engine Zenkocho! VRV Robo!
But if I don't have that, you're going to hear just a quick little silent. All right, Nicole, that's it. This movie's fucking great. I highly recommend it. I need to contact krdl.moe because they don't have it. I had to find an old, like, it's on like NYAA or NYSAA or whatever that website is. If you go there, you can find one person seeding it. But KRDL needs this movie because it is so good.
Yeah.
I'll link how to like search for it. But it's probably on Kiss Asian. Go there. They probably have it if you are into that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Fantastic movie. 20 thumbs up.
20.
Yeah. Not only am I collecting teeth now, yanking it, Jackin Diane, I'm also stealing hands for thumbs.
Oh.
I keep them around a necklace.
Why?
And I pump,
like in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, and I pump hydraulic fluid in them so they raise up.
Guys, did you know that if you're feeling nostalgic for amusement parks, people just like record rides?
Yeah, it's 360
and you can watch
attraction.
Them, and it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
We watched the like E.T. ride, and then I watched the Avatar ride because I was like really curious.
Yeah, it looked very nice. I've never seen the movie, but it looked good.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool.
Even on the recording, it looks good. So being there in person, probably amazing. It's crazy how someone is allowed to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it seems like they would need to use a professional style camera.
They probably get permission from the park somehow.
Maybe.
As like press or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but could press do that? It just seems, the experience is being there, but if you're nostalgic for it and you don't have this option to watch it on YouTube in good quality, you'd be like, oh, well, I need to go to that park.
No, I feel like if anything, it's like good. It's just like advertising for it. It's just free advertising.
It's exposure.
Because I watching it makes me want to go there.
I watching it.
In it being in good quality. If it was bad quality, then I just like wouldn't watch it, or like watch that one and be like, this is shitty, and then not watch any of the other ones.
Yeah. So, hey, that's Nicole's plug, 360 attractions on YouTube. What you got to plug?
Go to darlinghomebody.com. I still have fabric washable face masks up there if you need any. Oh God. Darling Homebody on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook, and patreon.com/darlinghomebody for monthly sticker magnet. I think that's it.
All right. Hey, guys, only plug in a couple things this week. All of June, if you sign up for patreon.com/MLM pod, all the proceeds go to benefit a protest support fund. So please sign up for that. Tell a friend to sign up for it, even if it's $1. It's supporting people who need it. And then check out our YouTube page, link in the description, our Facebook page, link in the description, or our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/mostly speakin sentai. No G in speaking, but it's speakin, where we stream a bunch now. So every Sunday we're doing the Super Sentai Sunday stream. Last week we had It Takes Two to Toku on. It was a blast. We played through Jetman and just talked, and it was a friggin' ball. Mm-hmm. Our Jackbox streams, our Jackbox stream with our patrons, the $10 and above.
That was so much fun.
TC, Rudy, and Corwin also joined us, along with Steve F. and Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour. So please go there. We'll also be like talking more about how to better support the protests and all that. Mm-hmm. And links will be in the description.
Fuck yeah.
And speaking of Patreon and in those $10 patrons, every single week you get shout outs where I write you into Carranger. So let's begin. First up, Steve F., a.k.a. Hit People Guy, philanthropist numero uno of Carranger. Steve is back again with a charity to rival all others. Are you a selfless vigilante spending your days fighting crime for free, taking down oppressive organizations bent on world domination while still maintaining a day job, or helping the elderly across the street without a single thank you from those old fogies? Well, if you said yes to even just one of those examples, you probably can't afford the proper self-care you so desperately need, so come on down to Steve F's Hot Springs for Heroes, where you can soak your war-torn muscles in calming waters without having to tear that wallet of yours open. And don't worry about your secret identity being blown either, because these springs are so steamy even the Bowzock's #1 voyeur couldn't see through the stuff, and that dude's got the eye of a real 100% pervert. Thank you again, Steve F., for being the hero our heroes need. Next up, we have Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, the rightful red racer of Carranger. You could imagine his excitement when he saw the Ohranger hanging around, because if there's a rightful red for the Car and Zoku, there must be the same for the O's. He trekked to the UAOH headquarters to meet with Chief Counselor, where he was brought deep within the pyramid of the UAOH and was sternly ushered into a dark, empty, cavernous room with nothing but a 6-foot figure covered in a long linen sheet standing in the middle of the open space. The chief motioned Eric to pull the sheet from the shrouded figure. Who could it be? And why was it forced to be sheeted like this in a dark room? With one quick tug, Eric's mind became baffled, because under the blanket, he was looking back at himself. It was a simple, humble mirror. What does this mean? Why would he be shown this? Hold the phone and shut the door, Eric. Holy crap. This could only mean that you are the rightful red of the O and all other Sentai teams. Oh, bow to the king of red. This is truly mind-shattering stuff. And finally, Alex Z, aka The Waz, the new manager of Pegasus Auto. She's in quite a pickle today, ain't she? With the Carranger off in space as the acting Ohranger to clear their debt to the world and all the cars around town not needing repairs on account of them all running away, the Waz has nothing to do. This is tough for a human being. I, as a crippling workaholic, think to myself, she works too much. Without work, does her life still have worth? She's salaried, so is sitting on the job with downtime stealing from the company? Nah, screw all that noise. She's heading down to Steve F's Hot Springs for Heroes, because you don't need to fight space bikers or empires of robotic menaces to be a hero. Just be an empathetic, understanding boss who puts her team first and is willing to say fuck off to a CEO sitting in their ivory tower far removed from the front lines. You truly are the best boss ever, Waz. Oh, yes! Thank you again to our patrons, $10 or above, but they all $10. They're so generous. Ooh, they kiss us with generosity. But I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speakin' Sentai. Bye-bye now.
Book covers?
Book covers.
Book lovers.
Nook lovers.
Ooh, I have one of those.
Yeah, Tom Nook?
No.
A Nook? You do?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
But I don't use it because it needs a new battery.
I'll find you one.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily get one.
Oh, Frank and I will hook up a potato to it. It'll be good.
I really can't even remember the last time I read an actual book. Actually, I can, and it was a long-ass time ago.
Unless Frank tries to eat the potato. We have tried to him bite a potato to see if that will conduce electricity. But what happens
adorable.
Is he only has one fang. It can't complete the circuit.
No, he puts his claws in the potato, and then you put the light bulb in his mouth.
Okay, that might work.
Yeah.
I'm still worried about the only one fang.
Yeah.
Maybe if he lips it. He only has one lip, though. Shoot.
I guess it won't work.
Frank, we're going to have to, maybe he touches two of his his other paws together, the back and the front.
Maybe.
I don't know, but let's get into this. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.